This is the story of Staff Sergeant Brian F. Piercy and his unit stationed in Afghanistan. Piercy was assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 4th Brigade Combat Team of the 82nd Airborne Division. His death was the 1,111th for U.S. forces since the start of operations in Afghanistan in 2001. He was leading his unit on patrol after they had come under fire. His unit is embedded deep in the land of IEDs, or improvised explosive devices. The death of Sergeant Piercy came only 4 weeks before his unit was set to return home. The explosion of the IED was set off by a command wire, meaning they would only detonate if someone wanted it to. The unit had become a brotherhood. Many in this unit had done multiple tours during the duration of the Iraqi and Afghanistan wars. They had become disenchanted with war as a whole. The feeling of the challenges that they faced during the war had subsided, and they were met with an even bigger one: the fact that they would have to relive the war in their minds on a daily basis. Many in the unit said they still don't have the image of Brian's death out of their minds. Brian Piercy was only 27 years old. These are the types of things that soldiers deal with on a daily basis.
Come out for another frag! Frag out!
Get back.
Alright.
Alright, let's watch each other's back, baby. Watch each other's back. Got a weapon?
Okay.
Got another gun? Now you got one? Go! Jesus Christ! Fuck! Jesus! Matt, watch your right. Me and Meadow's going left. I'm gonna shoot it again when I get down there. Go, Will.
COC got some SOG. Bomb was on target.
Shit, where'd the planes go?
Come down two.
Down two.
My Garmin's out there. My Garmin's out there.
What do you need, a grid?
Hey, good shot right here! Get it!
Hey, sniper!
Sniper!
Hey, we took a round right there. Good shot. Right there. Don't be good. no. Yep. Stay back, stay back. Eddie, come here.
Okay, reloading!
78! You right to fire more? Right, there's a fire. Yeah, are you right to fire more or not? Can't even hear. 84! Right, East end, we've got red smoke, we've got red smoke! Red smoke, deploy, Yep, fuck it! Oh, there you go. That was a bunker. It's on heat.
Must be close.
I'm always worried about somebody coming in my house and hurting my family, but I'm always on guard and I'm ready for anything at any time. I used to be able to determine combat zone and home, but now to me, everything's combat zone. And that's because of the PTSD. And if you got it, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. I joined the Army in May of '96. I've been in 16 years come May, and I've been on 4 deployments. Well, the COP that I was at, it was called Combat Outpost Tonica Miracle. We were down in the Garnhall Valley, surrounded by mountains, and over to the left-hand side of us where I was, my motor pool was at, it was Pakistan. And every day was a fight for survival. You just didn't know when it was coming, but you knew it was coming. 1st of May, I got a briefing around 11:30 on what was gonna happen that following morning. I came back, briefed my soldiers, prepared for battle. Our main objective was to man the front gate. Anybody come through that front gate, they were dead. All of a sudden, we hear one whistle. First round lands on the left-hand side of us. It knocks me and all my guys on our backs. We jump up. The second round came in, hit one of the fuel tanks on the 22-ton crane. The last mortar round, an RPG recoilless round, landed 6 to 8 feet in front of me and my guys. It blew me down first, and then 5 to 6 of my guys got hurt, and 2 of them seriously wounded, and one of them being me and PFC Ricks. He almost died. My injuries, I got wounded in the penis. In my right thigh, I took, can't give you an exact number of shrapnel. You know, that's my manhood. When I first came to in the infirmary out in Cobb Honaker in the Pesh Valley, I just couldn't believe it. I was hysterical, just in shock. And me and my wife were always thinking about having a 3rd kid, so that's a no-go, it's over. There's a lot of things that come along with severe PTSD. Sleepwalking, can't sleep for days at a time. When you do sleep, you only sleep for an hour or 2 and you're right back up for 3 or 4 days. Hallucinations, constantly thinking about the situation what was at hand that put you in the situation you are in now. Thinking about and seeing the faces of the soldiers that either passed on or got hurt severely. That's an everyday struggle for me. Staff Sergeant Cabinet, San Antonio, Texas. Been in 16 years. Me and my guys got hit by 4 mortars that are recoilless RPG round. 11 pieces of shrapnel on the, that's what you said, midsection. That was a really big help to be around other vets and soldiers that have been into similar circumstances, like getting wounded or getting blown up and getting hurt real bad. We all could relate, and from the day that I walked in there until the day that I walked out and graduated, Let me tell you something, that makes a really big difference for somebody just to understand. You know what I mean? With 305s, 350s?
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 people call
That treatment, being around those guys that have been through similar situations, it's one of the best things ever. I used to blame myself all the time for them soldiers getting hurt and almost coming to death, but I also got to realize I was the first one to get hit, and I also got to understand and tell myself that it wasn't my fault because I did everything I could to keep my soldiers safe, and I was the first one to get blown down. So that's another part that keeps me going. I think that helps me move along sometimes.
Lance Corporal Joseph Watts is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. He was kind enough to share the real experience of what life is like during war and the struggle to return to civilian life.
Hello, my name is Joseph Alfonso Watts. I am a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I enlisted in the Marines on May 9, 2001. I originally enlisted because my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, was pregnant. She actually became pregnant the year prior to me going in. Needed stability, needed a good job, and needed benefits. And, it's also one of those things I wanted to do from the time I was a child. I served in Operations Enduring Freedom, Joint Task Force 510 in the Philippines. Also served in Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Securing Tomorrow in Haiti, 2004. Each mission was a little different. Enduring Freedom in the Philippines was part of the worldwide search and hunt for Al-Qaeda members, as well as other terrorist cells and regimes around the world. Operation Iraqi Freedom was self-explanatory. Operation Securing Tomorrow was the United States' answer to attempted coup on then President Jean Aristide of Haiti. And we went down there on an emergency evacuation and supposedly quote-unquote peacekeeping mission. I served in the United States Marine Corps as a Lance Corporal. That's an E3. And after continued my service for 4 more years in the Tennessee Army National Guard as an E2. And that's private, or PV2, which is the equivalent of a PFC in the Marine Corps. What is war like? Well, on a daily basis, war is hell, pure and simple. There's severe sleep deprivation, uncomfortable living conditions, day-to-day operations such as raiding houses and buildings and searching for weapons, weapons caches, terrorists, things of that nature. In every operation I served in, it was extremely hot. Temperatures range from 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, plus having to walk for miles with 75 to 100 pound gear on your back makes it worse. In the midst of all this, people are still trying to kill you. People are still shooting. Most times you're confused because you have no idea where or who the fire is coming from. That's when the confusion starts, and then the noise starts. Before you know it, somebody gets hit. You have to scurry to try to get them medevac, which is short Marine jargon for medical evacuation by way of helicopter or some type of a Red Cross vehicle. all the time while you're still under the threat of being killed yourself, and you still have more fire coming your way. And then at night, when you are on an observation post all by yourself, the fear of death starts in on you. Personally, I got to a point in each operation where I began counting the days till it was actually time for me to die, rather than to count the days till it's time for me to go home. So it's difficult to explain, but you kind of lose the ability to identify with home and family and everything that's here in the United States. And you sort of lose your mind a little bit. It's temporary insanity. And you shouldn't feel bad when you're there, because we all experience it. Then one day it happens. The dreaded thing that you always dread about war is one of your brothers die, and feeling of vulnerability hits you. That this is real, and you're not that far away from death yourself, so you sort of develop a sense that regardless, you don't want to die. And you completely disregard human life, and you make up the resolve in your mind that you will kill anything or anyone that will try to kill you. And you will. Regardless of your beliefs, you will preserve life and the lives of your fellow comrades. So you end up going through a range of emotions, from hatred to anger. Do a lot of swearing, a lot of cussing. And sometimes, I know for a religious person as myself, it's difficult to say this, but sometimes you even get mad at God.